What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Indiana basketball game with It's in the Blood. Thank you guys for being here. Hope everybody has had a great day. Had some preparedness for the day. Steve Weber jumping in first, saying "Go Wisconsin." Steve, much love and appreciation for you. Uh, I would say that's the team that has the best opportunity to win here today. Hey, just going to go back a little bit here and try to dissect this last week, listening to everybody talk about coach and the future and uh, where we're headed and how things are going. And I've listened to all the negativity, and I just can't be that guy. I just cannot be that guy that just sits there and beats on people and continually talks down. I'm going to sit here and maybe focus a little bit on where our opportunities lie today, how we can, maybe squeak out a tough win today against Wisconsin, quad one. And we're just going to see if we can find something to be positive about. Everybody hears all the chatter, coaches, and he's asked the questions every time. What's he got to do to get this team over the hump? And it's such generic answers. He always says, "Well, we got to work on shooting the free throws. We shoot free throws every day." He doesn't have answers. Oh, somebody's got to step up and play ball, because if they don't step up and play ball, this Wisconsin team will walk right over them. They put up 91 points at Madison earlier this season, and they are a team that can score effectively. We put up 79. We put up 52 points in the second half there. Greg Gard was not happy with the way his team played against Indiana in that. So does that give us any hope? I don't know. Somewhere along the line, Jason said it absolutely 100 correctly. Is IU going to find the three ball and the 3-point line? Those are the two missing pieces on offense. We have not had a consistent 3-point shooter, and we have not had consistent free throw shooters other than Mackenzie Mbako for both. He's been as close as we've had. And with that all being said, here we go. Indiana's got 4 games left in the regular season. They have absolutely nothing left to lose. So in my opinion, they're playing for next year. They're trying to figure something out. Who's staying? Who's going? You might, if I was coach, man, I would be pulling guys in off the end of the bench, right? I'd be sticking people out there to figure out who's going to play. We're going to figure it out. I need to see something today that shows that there is some kind of fight in these kids. If these kids don't come out today and perform at least for a half or in a long spurt, then I'm true to believe that, coach maybe just at this point can't motivate them. I see Jordy Hulls in the background there. What a 3-point shooter he was. Looking at it, there is potential on this team. We have the ability to win games. We can beat anybody in the Big Ten right now. I wholeheartedly believe it. But, them kids have got to want it. They got to go for it, and we got to do it. And hopefully we get a win here tonight. Steve, I'm glad to see you, my friend. We got a lot of resident Wisconsin Badger fans that come in here too. It's in the blood. No disrespect. Tournament team looking to go further. And here we go with the tip. And that is going to be cleared by Chucky Hepburn. He's going to bring the ball across the timeline. Chucky's worked guard by Gabe Cups. He's going to work it over. They get it back to the top of the key, and they'll reset. 20 on the shot clock. Klesman gets it over to the right wing. They get it back to the top. I got to get my guys' names back in play there. I think that's Crowell. There is a deep 3 ball. No good. Kel'el Ware clears the rebound. Here comes Gabe Cups up the court. He's going to hand it off to Trey Galloway. And let me get where's my Galloway is going to work, get it to Ware, gets it inside to Renew. He dribbles it off his foot, picks it back up, gets it inside to Mbako, who lays it up and in, and Indiana has the game's first basket. Off a broken play, Mackenzie Mbako cut to the hoop, and he will get the first score. Klesman has it on the right wing, feeds it down to the post. Renew is there. They're going to work it inside. Look, turn around, puts it up, and no good. Ball's tipped up, cleared by Cups. Here comes Indiana. Cups is going to bring it across the timeline, right side, hands it off to Galloway. Galloway's looking, feeds Ware on the post. Ware gets inside. He's defended well, but he puts it up and in. Kel'el Ware gets the game's second basket, and Indiana leads 4-0. Hepburn rotates it around. They look a little bit more spry on defense today. They looked pretty good on defense the other day against Penn State. There's a spin move, and Ware gets burnt. And I think that's is that Crowell? Yeah, Crowell gets the dunk for Wisconsin. 4-2 Indiana, early going here. Cups is going to work the point a little bit. Chucky Hepburn is up on him like stink on you know what, and he dribbles it off Hepburn's foot on the bounce pass. Indiana's only way to win basketball games right now is through the post. They have got to feed the low post. That is where it's got to happen for them. If they're going to get a three-point game, it's got to be inside out. Mbako hands it off to Galloway. Galloway gets it to the top of the key. Back to Mbako, who's covered. He's going to drive. Gets down to the baseline. Spin move in. And he's going to draw the foul. Mbako will be going to the free throw line. Thank you, JB. I think just about most of our fans have given up this season. Mackenzie Mbako has drastically improved. First free throw is good. At the beginning of the season, let's talk about Coach Woodson's good stuff that he's done. Mbako couldn't play defense to save his life. He couldn't figure it out at this level. And was hard to leave on the court because he was getting burnt that badly. At this point in the season, he's actually improved, having some very nice games going forward. Chucky Hepburn gets it out. Galloway goes for the steal. Klesmit gets by him. Ware picks him back up, and there's the swap. Galloway's out there on Crowell. There goes Chucky off the pick, and now they've got to switch. And they get it down inside to Crowell. Renew swings over to help defend it. Hepburn goes around the pick. He's working on Renew. Chucky Hepburn drives on Renew, gets the baseline, cut off there, gets to the middle, hands it off, and Renew's going to pick up the foul on Klesmit as Hepburn gives him the dish, and I think he's going to go to the free throw line. IU ladies are playing right now too. Hard not to love our girls team. Crowell has it on the post. He's working on Ware, pushing down. Ware bodies him up. Works him out inside, comes up with a baby hook shot, and it's no good off the rim. Galloway clears the board. Here comes Indiana. Galloway's going to bring it across the timeline. He's looking. He's going to be picked up right there. Gets to the baseline, flips it up to Ware. Ware gets it, picks it up, and shoots it and scores. Kel'el Ware gets his second basket. The lead is now 6. Indiana is up 8-2. Thank you, Jason. I work at it. Klesmit has it on the wing. He's working on Galloway. Step back three. He's left open. Rebound. Cleared out of there by Gabe Cups, and he will push. Gets it over to Renew. Renew stops. Drops it over to Galloway for three. In the corner. No good. Rebound comes out to Wall, coming back the other direction for Wisconsin. Hepburn's going to start the play on the left side. Cups is out there on him. Chucky Hepburn should take him to town. Goes around and goes all the way to the basket. Hepburn gets the dunk. Chucky Hepburn gets off the pick. No help comes and scores the basket. Coach can't be happy about that. Renew hands it off to Mbako, who's working out high. Hands it off to Galloway. Galloway flips it to Ware at the top of the key. Hand back off to Galloway. Galloway drives. Gets it to Ware. Ware puts it up and in. Galloway to Ware. Another dime for Galloway. And Ware has 6. Indiana leads 10-4. 16:08 to go. Hepburn goes off the pick right side. Dumps it down to Crowell. Crowell is working spin move, and he gets blocked from behind by Ware. Here comes Renew with the basketball. Renew gets it to Mbako. Mbako picks it up, almost loses it out of bounds on a sketchy little pass there. Ware flips it into Renew. Renew's got Crowell on him. He spins, flips it over to Cups. Cups over to Mbako for three. No good. Klesmit clears the board, and here comes Wisconsin back the other way. There are 2 Badger subs waiting at the scorer's desk to come in right now. Hepburn gets off. He's going to drive the lane, goes all the way to the basket. And nice pass to Tyler Wall. And that's an easy basket for Wisconsin. Indiana leads 10-6. Galloway has that on the right wing. He's looking, drives the lane, gets inside, flips it down to Ware again. Galloway to Ware is a common occurrence, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds by Wall, and that will bring us to our first time out as Indiana leads 10-6 early going here on Peacock Basketball. Just call it like I see it. Oh, Steve, let's see. These streams here, I go through a couple of these for sure. I got one sugary drink over there just to kind of make my throat feel a little bit better with a little bit of caffeine. What is up, Rick? Nice to see you. Do I follow NFL draft stuff? Yes, sir, I do. I don't always have enough time to create and put content here for stuff, but leading up to the draft, I'm going to try to get into a weekly live stream to talk about stuff like that, directions of teams, stuff like that. I've really been focused on Chicago, to be honest. I want to see – I feel like their situation is very interesting with the first pick in the draft and Justin Fields playing improved football. Who trades for him? If they trade him. Also, I'm very interested in Russell Wilson because, they acted like they were going to cut him, and now they have the extra cap space to cut him if they really want to eat that money. But I don't think so. I think Russell Wilson stays and plays as a Bronco this year because I'm sure there's some interest in if he gets cut. Places like Pittsburgh would be interested, maybe even Atlanta if Justin Fields doesn't get traded there. I got a lot of stuff on the NFL. Really, Steve? I didn't know that. I would be glad to let's see. Which account? Let's see. Hold on a second. I will post the email. So it's really tricky on the YouTube stuff because because I have two monetized channels between myself and Alex. Oh, yeah, fine. I'm very interested, honestly. I love Alex's perspective on football. It's definitely different. I think that's the right one. If it doesn't work, let me check because it's either it's in the bloodlines or in the bloodlines at gmail.com. I'm not sure which one. I can't remember. So as we get off the inbound, Mbako comes off the inbound. It's tipped back to him. He misses the 8-footer, maybe make it 12. Chucky Hepburn clears the rebound. Woo, words. Rebound, he's going to come back up. He's working on Cups. Cups has got a tough task. He swaps over to Renew. Could have been steal. Loose ball picked up. Wisconsin gets it back and over to Hepburn and back to Wall. Wall's going to drive on Ware. Gets inside. Looks to put it up. Drops off the pass, and the layup is good. Fresh into the game, number 25 for Wisconsin. That's Blackwell. He scores the hoop, and the lead is down to 2. Galloway has it on the right wing, feeds it down to Renew on the post. Renew is there. Works, double team comes, flips it cross court. Cups fakes the jump shot, drives the lane, gets it to Galloway, over to Renew for 3. It is good. Malik Renew hits Indiana's first three-pointer, and we're only 6 minutes into the game. 13-8 Indiana. Wall has it out high, rotates it around. He's going to get it to Hepburn. Hepburn's looking. They got the switch down there that they wanted. As Indiana switches just about everything. They're going to there's a deep 3 ball by number 31 for Wisconsin. Apologize for not knowing his name. Galloway breaks across the timeline, goes all the way to the basket, Gets it to Cups in the corner over to Mbako. Mbako looks over to Ware, rotating it around. Ware looks to feed the post. He draws. Euro step, gets the roll. Kel'el Ware goes one-on-one and scores it. And Indiana has its biggest lead of the game, 15-8. And there is a block by Ware at the rim as Wisconsin tried to sneak it up really fast. And Kel'el gets back and knocks it out of bounds. Kel'el Ware has been a very advantageous shot blocker this year under the rim. Yeah, Steve, it's either it's in the bloodlines or in the bloodlines. I can't remember how Gmail when we made this account. Missed shot there. Here comes Mackenzie Mbako with the ball. He breaks the timeline and looks and has to pull it up. Galloway will reset as we have 20 on the shot clock. Here comes the high pick by Ware. Galloway drives, flips it out, and gets it to Mbako. Mbako has it out high. Gets it over to, oh my God, Xavier Johnson is on the floor for Indiana. And he is stripped. Here comes Wisconsin back the other direction. I was not expecting to see X in the game. And Wall takes it to the rim. No good. Rebound X. Here he starts the fast break, gets it to Galloway, and Galloway lays it up and in. Assist from Xavier Johnson. There's some fast break points that we desperately needed as well. Maybe Xavier Johnson can put his attitude in check and play some basketball to help this team in the last 4 games of the season. Crowell has it out high. He's looking. He's going to hand it off. Klesman's out there. Klesman's had been guarded by Johnson. There's a 3 by Blackwell, and he hit it. Wisconsin uses the 3 as the neutralizer there to slow down this run a little bit. Cuts the lead to 6, 17-11. As we have 12 minutes to go here in the first half. Galloway gets out there with the ball, feeds it down to Renew, and it's stolen by Blackwell on the pass that was a little too high. And Renew is complaining. He complains a lot. And that gets us to the next timeout for the under 12. I believe that will be Renew's second foul. He will have to go to the bench. Now, Steve, let me check the Gmail while I'm sitting here. Let's see. It's okay. I told you incorrectly. There, that's it right there. Yeah. I apologize. I see it. I see it. Awesome, Steve. Had no idea. When I have a little bit of time, I'll check it out for sure. Very, very cool. Oh, no, I got you. I'm going to multitask a little bit. I'm always on my other channel. I don't know if I've ever mentioned it, but I do. I help people like that are starting out YouTube channels and stuff like that. I help them optimize and help get them to a position where if they want to monetize or they can, it's a goal for everybody to create something like that. And I do have some stuff to help people along like that. So if that's something you're interested in, I would be glad to. I don't charge anything for it or nothing like that, but just trying to optimize your settings to get the most possible viewers. That's what I like to do. I've done it for about 10 different treasure hunting channels, and it's the method works. Alex and I Alex and I streamed to absolutely nobody for 6 months in here. It was just her and I talking football, basketball, baseball, and then within another 6 months or so, we finally figured it out for sports. And now I absolutely love it. This is the way I want to spend all my evenings. I like editing, creating for anything, so it's a blast. I totally enjoy myself. The inbound pass comes to Klesmet, and Xavier Johnson's going to pose a different type of defense on him. It's going to be a little bit more tight in your face. Wisconsin's going to work it over to the right wing. Siegen is into the game, as well as Anthony Leal for Indiana. So is Anthony Walker. And Klesmet drives, gets it into the corner for a three. No good. Rebound Ware. Here comes X back with the basketball. I was very shocked to see him on the floor today, but he needs to be out there, I suppose. Coach wants to win. X step back. No, over to Galloway for three. And Galloway misses the three ball. Connor Esigian gets the rebound, brings it up and hands it off to Blackwell. I really like Blackwell for Wisconsin. Good-looking young player. Crowell is working on Ware. Blackwell drives it right now. Over in the corner, there's Klesmet for a three ball, and Klesmet buries another triple, and Wisconsin is closing back in at 14-17. Johnson drives the lane, flips it over to Galloway. Galloway drives, drops it off for Ware. Ware goes up and one. Kel'el Ware has been a monster inside thus far today. And Indiana extends its lead back to 5. There is no answer for him inside. His length and athleticism makes him very, very difficult to defend because all you got to do is get it up in the air because he can jump high. Sounds really professional, doesn't it? Kel'el Ware is projected around 20 right now if he goes into the draft. And we're at the monitor looking at something. What a different lineup. Kel'el Ware is on the floor today. Xavier Johnson, Trey Galloway, Anthony Walker, and Anthony Leal, hometown favorite from Bloomington South High School. This is the matchup that I was interested in. Chucky Hepburn and Xavier Johnson going one-on-one. Xavier is a pretty good defender. I like to see how this is going to work. Klesmet drives, step back three. Oh, and Walker gets a hand in his face. Ware clears the board. Gets it out to Galloway. Galloway across the timeline on the right-hand side with the basketball. Indiana's up 6. Galloway to the rim. Over to Leal on the corner for three. Money. Anthony Leal buries it. Galloway gets the dime. And Indiana is up 9. 10:01 to go in the first half. And Indiana has its largest lead of the game. The fans in Bloomington do not yet believe. They are still sitting down. They are not up standing yet, as they have had not much to cheer for. Chucky Hepburn works on Xavier Johnson in the post. There comes the double team. They're going to rotate it into the corner for the open shooter. No good. Cleared out of there by Galloway, who loses it. Johnson picks it up. And here comes Indiana back the other way with a chance to extend to double digits. Johnson is directing on the floor right now, which we haven't had for quite some time. Most of the games this season. Drives the lane, gets inside, drops it off to Walker. Spin move to the rim. No good. Walker missed the bunny. Short off the front iron. And here comes Chucky Hepburn working on Walker. Gets it around. Blackwell, step back three. No good. Far off the rim. Tipped up. Controlled by Wisconsin on the offensive glass. High rebound. Ball was kept alive by Crowell. They're going to rotate it around. Klesmet drives on Galloway. He loses it out of bounds. That's a turnover. And Indiana will get the basketball back with 8:51 to go. What a nice shot for Anthony Leal. That is Indiana's second made three in this game. and they only average 5, but just to see the ball go down 2 times is really good for us. Johnson's going to bring it across the timeline, walking it up, content to work in the half court right now. Goes off of a pick. Mbako is back on the floor. Feeds it to Ware inside, but Ware gets – it's a funny pass. It goes over his head, and that's a turnover for Indiana. Here comes Wisconsin. Hepburn's going to rotate it around over in the corner. Gets it off to Wall. Wall is going to work on Walker. Spin move. And there is the foul by Anthony Walker as he let him get too deep. And Wall will shoot some free throws. I believe it's Tyler Wall. I get him and Crowell mixed up. Stephen Crowell, Tyler Wall. Three team fouls apiece. Possession arrow to Indiana as Tyler Wall goes to the free throw line. What's up, Sam? Kent Sterling? I should be at the game. There is a different poise about this team today right now. They do not look rattled early. They seem very confident on the floor, something that I haven't noticed in recent games. It's almost like they expect to win. Body language, how they carry themselves. And there is another free throw. 15-23. Indiana has the lead. Xavier Johnson is going to run the point. Drives to the left, looking. Slows up, high pick by Ware. Goes around it. Pulls up from 13. Xavier Johnson makes his first basket. And Indiana leads by 10 with 8 minutes to go. Chucky's got it out high. Ooh, you think he double dribbled, but they didn't call it. Klesman has it out high with Leal on him. And Wall is going to reset here with 14 seconds on the shot clock. He's going to work it on Ware. Drives, gets it over into the lane. Inside, puts it up, and it's blocked from behind by Ware. Outlet to Leal. Hill comes Indiana. One-on-one fast break. Leal over to Johnson, who drives. He's going to get the foul, and Baco would have made the three if it would have counted. And we are at the under 8 timeout. And check this out, you all. Indiana has a 10-point lead. What did you do with them? Sam, what are you referring to? If you're talking about how well Indiana's playing so far today, I'm telling you. So technically, there's the chance of making the NCAA tournament is absolutely nil at this point. It's going to take a miracle. So guess what? Pressure's off. You don't have any pressure on you. You're going to go ahead. You're going to start your same guys, and then you get Xavier Johnson back, who brings a settling tendency to this team, because if you have your floor leader on the floor, all that goes away. Everybody focuses on his direction on the floor. Indiana hasn't had a floor general, and right now they're playing with confidence. They're playing with confidence. They got a different swagger about them today. I'm not saying that this team is going to not fall apart here in the second half, but what I will say is that they are playing not necessarily with urgency, but they're just playing with poise, and they're playing relaxed basketball. They're not pushing that hard. And right now, Wisconsin, other than the three-point shot, is not playing very well at all. Best defensive performance by Indiana in a long time. This is kind of the team we expected to see. So 4 games remaining. Let's go. What is up, Fundamental? Jason must not have went bar hopping last night. You know, when your coach controls the way you live your life like that, keeping them kids out of them bars is probably the best possible thing for them. Surprising effort from the boys tonight. Yeah, I agree with that. I don't think it's surprising. I think the pressure's off. I think everybody knows that this season's kind of a wash at this point. They're playing for a little bit of pride, and there's still some outside chances. An NIT bid, uh, maybe a run if they get. This is like half of basketball, so I'm not going to get too far ahead of myself because I'm ever the optimist. Oh, shoot. Ware's got the ball inside and lays it up and in. Indiana extends to 12. Sorry, I missed part of that play. Here comes Chucky Hepburn working back on Cups. Cups is back on the floor as Johnson goes to the bench. Well, let's see how they react without Johnson. Crowell is working in there on Ware. Gets inside. Good position. Lays it up and in. Excellent footwork by Stephen Crowell. And Kel'el Ware has to kind of back off a little bit, and he scores the basket, leads back to 10. Mbako thought about the three, didn't take it. Ware will. And it's good. Kel'el Ware buries the triple, and Indiana is up 13. 6:42 to go here in the first half. Chucky Hepburn's got the ball on Anthony Walker, rotates it around. There's the drive, gets inside, nothing, puts it up. No good, blocked by Ware. Ware is everywhere. Here comes Cups up the right wing. Nothing happening there. Cups is going to reset the offense out high. He's got Chucky Hepburn on him. Doesn't want to get too close as Hepburn plays excellent defense. Walker feeds it to Ware. Nothing doing. Ware's going to work it. He takes the jump shot. Money. Crowd doesn't come out on him. And Kel'el Ware hits the jump shot. And Greg Gard has no choice but to take a timeout as Indiana extends to 32-17. What up, Brockton? How you doing, my brother? Miss Kathy. My word, I can't say how happy I am to see you in here today. You and Sean showed up at the same time? Pond Scum Magnificent. Miss Kathy, much love to you, dear. Miss you dearly, just so you know. And Sean, what's up, bro? Miss Kathy is probably one of my all-time favorite mods in here. She knows how to handle the BS. Yeah, fundamental. Yeah, that's the only thing right there is with Ware playing really well right now and his outside shot showing. He's got 18 points here in the first half, 8 for 8 from the floor. He's definitely showing that he's got that NBA potential. All right, Chucky Hepburn gets it over. Blackwell loses it, picks it back up, gets back to Hepburn on the other side of the floor. They're looking to feed Crowell inside. Ware is on him. Nothing doing. Good defense. Klesmit gets it over to Crowell on the high post. He's going to hand it off to Hepburn. There's the pick. Chucky tries to drive. Cut off. They rotate in the corner. 3 on the shot clock. Hepburn has to throw it up from 17. No good. Rebound to Blackwell. Dumps it into Crowell, but Leal comes away with the loose ball. Indiana's got the ball. 5:32 to go. And Indiana has its largest lead in the basketball, playing with a little bit of poise and confidence. Klesmit knocks it away from Leal. Leal gets it to Ware. Ware is on fire, pulls up and shoots. No good. 17-footer doesn't go down. Chucky controls. Here comes Wisconsin. Back the other way. Hands it off to Klesmit to Crowell. Back to Klesmit. Klesmit drives the left side. Rotates it around. Kicked by Walker. That's going to reset the shot clock to 20. And 5:05 to go. It'll be side out Wisconsin. Miss Kathy, she's sneaky. I see her every now and again in a couple of lives, not as much as used to. Mostly is in the house, sort of the spirit. Jeez, the one time I see you watch the Hoosiers win against the Badgers, LOL. Well, we do have a lot of resident Wisconsin and Green Bay fans in here. Much respect to the great state of Wisconsin and Badger fans and Packer fans. I respect all fans. Chucky's got it out high. He's going to get it over. Drops it off to Blackwell, who drives on Mbako, gets the lane, and scores. Blackwell with the reverse layup. Very impressive over Peyton Sparks, who is just into the game for Kel'el Ware. Cups has the ball, gets it to Galloway. Here comes a pick by Sparks, and he's a big boy. Gets it off to Walker. Walker loses it. It's stripped out of bounds by Blackwell, and Wisconsin seems to be stealing a little momentum here. Let's see how long this works. Blackwell attacks the rim for Wisconsin. Good-looking player, man. I'm telling you, that kid's going to be good. For the season, he's averaging 7.8 points and 3 rebounds. Side out, Indiana. Mbako gets it into Cups. Cups gets it over to Sparks. Sparks is looking out high. Hands it back off to Cups. Cups drives, nothing. Cut off. Goes around the pick. Gets it over to Mbako for 3. And Mbako cannot get but Sparks gets the offensive glass and draws the foul. Peyton Sparks, the Ball State transfer in his first action of the game, gets an offensive rebound, goes back up and draws the foul, and will shoot some free throws. His free throw is not a good-looking shot, but we'll see if he can get one to go down. It's kind of like Hack-a-Shack. He's kind of got that push, and it's kind of flat. But the stroke looks better. Hard off the back rim, still no good. Xavier Johnson comes back onto the floor. Peyton Sparks has been, in limited minutes this year, has been okay. It's a big change from the MAC to the Big Ten. Second free throw is good. He is on the board, 33-19. See, I don't, Jason. I like Walker better than Banks, so we'll talk about that in a minute. Klesman has it out high. He's going to work it over. Crowell thinks about the 3. Sparks comes charging, and Crowell gets by him. Sparks left his feet. That's probably one of the reasons that he doesn't stay on the floor, and the lead is down to 12. Johnson goes off the pick, gets to the lane, drops it out to Galloway for 3. No good. Wisconsin on a little bit of a run here. Here comes Blackwell. 3:49 to go. He'll pull it up and get it to Crowell. Crowell is way more athletic than Sparks and juked him on the last play to get around him. Hepburn drives, gets to the lane, over. Klesman drives, gets it back out to Crowell at the top of the key, over to Klesman. Very active on offense is Wisconsin. They get it to Crowell on the post. Sparks is down there with him. He spin moves, and he scores it. Stephen Crowell gets the basket, and Wisconsin trims the lead back to 10 points. 3:19 to go. Johnson, Walker's got the ball out high. Walker hands it off to Galloway. Galloway over to Johnson. Pick from Sparks. Johnson, step back 3. Money! Xavier Johnson hits his first 3 ball, and Indiana uses the 3-point basket to their advantage this game, and they are up by 13. Hepburn drives on Johnson, and he's immediately cut off. Gets in the lane, he's stripped, picks it back up, and scores. Chucky Hepburn and 1. Chucky Hepburn, playing like the leader that he is on the floor, goes in amongst the trees and gets the basket. I like Caleb Banks as potential, but Anthony Walker is a much more responsible player on the floor right now. Caleb Banks has an upside, but he doesn't play enough defense. He gets lost in switching. He's just not very good, and it's a shame because he's got potential, but his defense is worse than Walker's for sure. Walker's very athletic, gets to the rim, can defend a bigger guy. Caleb Banks just hasn't shown me a whole lot. And coach really liked Caleb Banks much better early in the season, but he's just worked himself to the bench. You're probably not going to see much of him the rest of the season. And to be honest, Jason, I will tell you right now, he'll probably transfer. Yeah, fundamental. There's a certain calm about the team on the floor with Xavier Johnson running it. And now let's not sugarcoat it. I don't like the way he acts on the floor. And if he's playing with intent right now, if he goes out there and starts any of that childish stuff, I mean, I think he almost ruined C.J. Gunn because CJ Gunn has the exact same, mentality and has that. I hate to use it, but it's a thug thing. And if Xavier Johnson plays like a 24-year-old kid should play, like a man, and comes out there and plays hard and leads these kids, they've got an opportunity if they get to something like the NIT. B. Higgles is in the house. Hashtag Badgers versus Hoosiers. What's up, Brian? Good to see you, my brother. But I really would I hope Caleb Banks sticks it out because he's got potential. He's just really got to work. Footwork is a big part of his defensive problem. But that's the same problem Mbako had this year early, too. So let me throw some what's the word out there? Shower with some good vibes to Coach Woodson today. No, you're not out of this game mostly. Psh, I'm taking a lead. I'm having fun with it while I got it, bro. Wisconsin's definitely more than capable of coming back and winning this game. We're not sugarcoating crap. However, Coach has done very good job with substitutions today. Look at that. I get to brag on his substitution patterns. Let's see how many he's played. I'll get through that here in a second. Let's see. Indiana has went 9 deep off the bench. They've got bench production today. Renew's fouls, coupled with Xavier Johnson's return, has let Coach be a little bit more liberal with his substitutions. We will say that right there. Okay, here we go. Coming back to the play. Chucky Hepburn is at the free throw for his and one here. Free throw is good. Obviously, Wisconsin is going to put down their free throws. Very disciplined team. Xavier Johnson is going to bring the ball across the timeline and gets it over to Galloway. Galloway's going to drive the lane, flips it to the corner to Mbako. Mbako drives, puts it up, and no good. Chucky Hepburn clears the rebound. Here comes Wisconsin for a chance to cut it to single digits. Walker's defending out high off the corner. They get it to Hepburn in the corner. He drives on Johnson, gets it out to Klesmet for 3, and Klesmet buries it. Here comes Wisconsin as they trim it back down to a 7-point lead with 2:13 to go. I saw them starting to run here just a little bit ago, and they have continued it through the break. Mbako gets it over to Johnson. Johnson's got Hepburn on him. Johnson's going to work it to the left. Here comes the pick by Ware. He goes around, gets inside, and he's stripped from behind as Hepburn is taking over this game right now. Flips it down, and there's the alley-oop. Chucky Hepburn fires it inside there and gets the alley-oop. And Hepburn is single-handedly coming back right now. And Indiana is going to take a timeout. Alley-oop was to A.J. Storr. And just like that, y'all, that is how fast college basketball momentum changes, and the lead is down to 5. Yeah, see, in fundamental, oh no, here we go. See, fundamental, I'm a big proponent of that. As much as I like to harp on some of the things that Woodson does, I don't think a lot of this season really worked out the way he intended. And, the only thing I don't like is that we've gotten through this season and this team doesn't show signs of improvement on the day-to-day. You don't know which team's going to show up and for how long. They can't play a full game. And I think some of that goes with the coaching. However, this is a totally different basketball team, minus 4 starters from last year. Mbako's got it out high. He's working around Ware, gets it to Johnson, who had the shot, doesn't take it, back to Mbako. And there's a strip. Mbako gets it back, goes to the rim, and he's going to be fouled out high. and that's going to be on Blackwell, I think, maybe Hepburn. Chucky Hepburn is taking over this game just with being active. And that will be the 16th foul on Wisconsin. And Galloway gets it into Cups. Cups is back out there for a minute. Here goes Galloway driving to the right, gets inside, puts it up off the rim. No good. Crowd gets the rebound over where Wisconsin's got an opportunity here to cut this lead down even further. Hepburn's got it out high. Galloway's on him. Off the pick. Galloway gets through it. Hepburn tries to drive. Galloway is playing good defense, sliding his feet. Hepburn drives the lane, gets it off to Klesmit, who drives, throws it up. No good. Good defense by Indiana. Here comes Cups. Cups is going to hand it off to Galloway. Galloway to Ware. Ware's going to drive it. Ware hasn't scored for a minute, and he puts it up and in. Kel'el Ware gets the layup. Nobody cut off the ball, driving to the basket. And with one possession remaining, basically, just a couple second difference, Wisconsin is down by 7. What a lift it would be to get a stop here for Indiana. Let's see how they play it. Chucky Hepburn's got Gabe Cups in a 1-4 set. Here comes the high pick by Crowell. He's going to work off of it, switching by Ware. Crowell jumps to the inside. Ware comes back. Walker blocks it. That's blocked again, and it goes in. That ball was tipped on the shot. It goes high in the air and still scores it for Klesmit. And Indiana leads by 5 at halftime. Pretty good game. Pretty good half by the Hoosiers. I want to see this again. As Walker blocked Crowell from behind there like a champ. Oh, I want to see the shot. Camera angle was jank. There we go. Because I feel like I want to see it here. Klesmit gets it. Mbako, I swear Mbako tipped that ball. Nonetheless, we are at halftime. Indiana leads 38-33. These teams are seemingly these two teams are 4 wins away from each other. And that doesn't seem like much, but in a season like this, 4 wins can mean a lot. 4 wins basically has Wisconsin at a 5 seed, and 4 wins and 4 extra losses has Indiana sitting here at 101. All right. As we have hit the half, I am going to let the dog in, and then we will go through some stats here in just a minute. Oh! Tonight's game on Peacock. A little different setup for me when it's on the computer. What is up, Snowman? Nice to see you. There is still a dream of winning that Big Ten tournament. Win these next four, and you're 10-10, and you might get a first round bye, right? Absolutely fundamental. You've always got to look to the positives. And that is a positive that if with Xavier Johnson back, if you can work him back into the lineup and keep him from getting hurt, you have an opportunity because he can lead. We need somebody on the floor to lead. The biggest thing that he has given this team is smart ball handling and a little bit more dribble penetration, which has allowed Galloway to sit out on the wing. And I know that Galloway hasn't knocked down that shot yet. So, but he's played his natural position. So everybody looks a little bit more comfortable on the floor today. What are your thoughts on CJ Gunn? CJ Gunn is a 4-year kid. I guarantee it, he'll be a 4-year kid. His athleticism is what I really enjoy. CJ is a scorer. His defense has gotten better. It's not that his on-ball defense hasn't gotten that much better, but his hands are very active on defense. He gets a lot of loose balls. And then he runs the floor well. He's athletic. He has a great-looking shot. He's got a chance to be a scorer. I think he needs to put on a little bit of just a little bit. He's a little thin, a little small for the Big Ten, not in height, but in stature. But I think he's got the ultimate amount of potential because he can be dynamic. He can run the floor. He's athletic. He can shoot. He's got a lot of potential, but he's not a kid that you're going to develop in 1 year. So this last couple of weeks, he's taken some steps forward, learning to play within himself a little bit, right? He's playing when he gets on the floor, which is his minutes are going to be limited going forward with X back, but just taking advantage of the minutes that you get, not just forcing up the shot, trying to play team basketball. And I think he will work himself maybe into the starting lineup here, as a senior. He might be a starter on his senior year. I love Gabe Cupps too. Gabe Cupps has been solid on defense as a freshman. He will be the leader of this team in the future. He's just not, his first year in college basketball was not like his senior year in high school basketball. It's a very big change for Gabe Cupps, and he's adapting to it. He's a starter this year. Nothing but progression. See, everybody wants to talk smack about Coach, and I understand it. Coach has struggled, but look at some of the progression that some of these guys have made this year. CJ Gunn's gotten better. Kel'el Ware showing that he's got a big-time motor. You just got to learn how to tap into it. Who's responsible for that? Coach Woodson is. I'm not going to take that away from Coach. Mbako's defense is 100% better. Am I going to say it's good? No, but those are signs of improvement. Team basketball, this team has sucked as playing as a team. They have been absolutely horrible as a team, but individually, they are all coming along at a pace. Xavier Johnson gives them leadership on the floor, somebody that can give them direction that they can listen to. And I think they've got an opportunity to win a few games. Maybe the end of the season will not. If they can win today, I'll take it, and go into Maryland and play well there, then they've got a real opportunity to win their last four. Dude, he is still, like right there. Yeah. Cubs has a face full of acne and is still growing. He's still a kid. He will mature. But he's got, Gabe Cubs has got that. I'm trying to think who he reminds. It's funny, but I think his jump shot, when he shoots off the dribble, it reminds me of Larry Bird. And I never thought I would say anybody has a jump shot that reminds me of Larry Bird, but Gabe Cupps kind of does. Uh, he's going to be an outstanding college kid. Uh, who knows? I think that shot of his, it might eventually be dynamic. I mean, I love, and but you hear me talk about a team I love. So, I'm always going to talk about the good side of everything. But Cubs has had a pretty good year as far as maturing process goes, getting used to, this level of basketball. Jason, absolutely. Malik Renew has got to stop the crybaby, not me stuff. Uh, that has been his downfall. He takes himself out of the game by complaining about mistakes that he makes. And that is really what's bad about Malik Renew. Malik Renew, albeit, listen, I'm going to say this, and it's going to sound like, oh yeah, Malik Renew has got the best footwork improvement I've seen out of anybody. But he travels on every play. He's so fast with his feet, they just don't call it. If you watch Renew, he moves his pivot foot or changes it every time he gets the basketball. These referees aren't calling it out high. They get him a little bit more often inside, but he travels almost every time. But his complaining is his own downfall. He's his own worst enemy. Let's see. Yeah, agreed. Softest player I've ever seen. You hit him and he changes. Yeah, you know what? Larry Bird was awesome, Rick. I wish that could have worked out for Indiana. Been so busy, haven't had a chance to take a peek. How far away from March Madness are we? Conference tournaments soon. Not this weekend, but next week, I believe. I think we're getting the some of the smaller conference, I believe, start this weekend. So definitely excited about that. Malik has complained about 3 fouls and stopped playing completely to cry about being a little hurt. Yeah. So that's where Malik's got to grow up a little bit. But somebody out there on the court, a la Xavier Johnson, needs to tell him to shut the F up and play basketball. And there's no other way to tell him, but that's exactly what he needs to do. He needs to stop complaining, acknowledge what he's doing is wrong, and fix his game. Yeah, and they won't change their call. And if you cry about their call and you complain, these guys are just fired up and ready to drop the big T on you for running your mouth. Yes, absolutely. Larry Bird is probably one of the most interesting guys to come through playing basketball. Indiana State Sycamores, bro. Vance Minor is in the house. What's up, Go IU? First half of basketball, we have a game that we can be somewhat proud of. Down to a 5-point lead after we dominated the good first half of that. But you know what? A 5-point lead is better than being down 5 points. I'll take it. Yeah, see, that's why it's so important. The last IU teams to play good basketball have had a number one point guard on the team, and that's back to the 4 years with Yogi Ferrell. Yogi Ferrell was a number one point guard. He was the reason why that team was so good with Oladipo. He knew how to run a floor general. I love that term, floor general. Yogi Ferrell, floor general. Xavier Johnson, not quite near that good, but much better than what we've had because Trey Galloway is a two guard basically. Really, he's a wing kind of if you want to get technical. He's more like a three, and he's been forced into that role. And Gabe Cupps is just not quite ready to accept that in Big Ten play. That's a big step for a freshman. The reason why Yogi Ferrell fared so well as a freshman in the Big Ten because he was built like a brick house. He was tight. He was aggressive. He was strong. He had that strength that you need to survive as a freshman. What is my thought on Calvert on player development? I don't know yet. Um, I this season, where is the development? And rest his dad's soul. Yogi Ferrell lost his father earlier this year, or just here recently. Um, Calvert Chaney. Let's just talk about him to begin with. Calvert Chaney. When you give me one word to describe him as a player at Indiana, he was very smooth. Probably one of the most dominant mid-range players that I've ever seen, and he could score from anywhere. That left-handed shot was sweet. Um, if there's anybody on this team that could have that type of a gameplay, watch this. It's got to be CJ Gunn, right? CJ Gunn really kind of resembles just that deep, pretty ball. He shoots a pretty 3-point ball. CJ Gunn has the athleticism to be good in the mid range. Gabe Cupps could be that guy too. Calvert Chaney was just a 10 times better than Mbako, but very similar. I hope to see some of these guys. I hope to hear some of these guys talk great about the season and the coaching. Dang it, I don't know. We really don't. If Indiana bombs the rest of this game and loses by 15 points, we're going to be right back where we are. But just imagine a 5-point lead at halftime gives you optimism that they did come out here and compete in this first half today and did a pretty nice job. I'm going to switch over here and take a gander really fast. Stephen Crowell for leading scorer, tied with Max Klesmit at 8 points for Wisconsin. Wall only has 3. Chucky Hepburn has 5 and 3 assists. Chucky Hepburn has been dominant in this game. 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 5 points. He's a very good point guard. Off the bench, Blackwell, 3 for 4 from the floor, 1 for 2 from 3-point range. I'm sorry. I thought we was back to the game time. Wisconsin only got to the free throw line 3 times, hit 2 of those. Indiana out-rebounded them. Indiana had more assists. Indiana has 4 blocks in this game. 4 turnovers, definitely better. And we're ready to start the second half. Kel'el Ware is the story, 20 points. So the Indiana fans are happy at halftime. Let's see if they can come back out here in the second half and use the same energy that they had. Mbako will take the ball out, and Galloway will bring it up across the timeline. Starting 5 back on the floor for Indiana. Let's see if Renew can play more than a few minutes without getting a couple fouls. Ware gets it into Renew, and Chucky Hepburn knocks it away. He collapses in the paint. It's that intended feed was to get it to Renew on the post. And Coach Woodson looks like early he wants to get Renew involved, get him focused to where maybe he'll stop crying about other things. Galloway gets it into Mbako. Mbako's got it on the baseline. He spins, puts it up, and in Mackenzie Mbako. All right, Wisconsin's got it out high. Klesmit feeds Crowell. Crowell is there. He's got Ware on him. Gets it over to Klesmit. Klesmit drives. Cut off by Crowell or Ware. Gets it to Crowell. Crowell has Galloway on his back. Gets inside, puts it up. And Ware blocks it, gets it out of there. Indiana's 5th block. Klesmit gets the loose ball and hits the deep 3. turn of events there. Chucky Hepburn got it to Klesmet, and the lead is down to 4. 18:55 to go. Mbako's got it on the right wing. Nothing. Looks, hands it off to Galloway. Galloway's got it at the top of the key looking. There comes Mbako off the pick. He drives the lane, puts it up. Tough jumper doesn't go down, and Crowd clears the rebound. Here comes Hepburn, who's been a headache for Indiana today. Klesmet has it out high. What a nice shooter. Would love to have that kid. Gamer out there. Step back three. No good. Long rebound to Mbako. AJ Storr missed the deep three there. Here comes Mbako. Gets it to Galloway. Galloway feeds it to Renew on the post. Wall is on him. They're going to drive it. Renew gets inside, puts it up and in. Slip step. Good footwork there. He actually held the pivot foot, and Indiana's back up 6. 42-36. Hepburn drives on Mbako. Gets in the lane. Drops it off to Wall. And Wall beats Renew on the other end to get payback. 4-point lead as we go. Mbako on the left wing looking. Feeds it over to Renew. Renew over to Galloway. Galloway drives. Gets in the lane. Dumps it off to Renew, who gets the lane and dunks it. Malik Renew goes right back around Tyler Wall and scores again for Indiana. No complaining on that one for him. Hepburn gets around the pick. Looking. He's working on Renew. Renew cuts him off. He picks up his dribble. Gets it to Klesmet. Drops it down to Wall. Wall puts it up. Renew goes straight up with him and comes away with the ball. Gets it to Cups. Coming across the timeline. Cups is going to drive. He held up right there. Gets it back to Mbako, who resets the offense over to Renew. Renew is looking ahead. Nothing there. Galloway gets the ball. Drives the lane. Gets inside. Step back. Nothing. Back to Renew. Renew drives on Wall. And Wall falls down. But Crowd comes over and affects the play and gets the ball. Here comes Wisconsin up the right-hand side. Klesmet's going to drive Galloway. Goes all the way to the rim. No good. Renew clears the board. Here comes Indiana. 4-on-2. Gets it to Galloway. Back to Renew. And no good, but he gets the foul. Tyler Wall is going to be called for the foul, and Renew will go to the free throw line. Renew looks a lot better this second half, and here's the thing. He's got fresh legs. He didn't play a lot in the first half. If that's how you're going to get your breaks by getting into foul trouble, then so be it. Robbie Hummel is always giving Indiana good respect. I agree wholeheartedly. And Renew strokes the free throw like a champ. Renew the other day was a bright spot at the free throw line for Indiana against Penn State on the road. Tyler Wall goes to the bench. $16:45 to go. Second free throw is up, and it rims out. No good. And Crowd comes down with the rebound. Hepburn brings it up the right-hand side. I love the fact that X is going to be coming in off the bench here in a little bit for the middle of this second half. Hepburn's got it. He's going to drive the lane. Gets it over to Klesmet. Gets by. Gets inside. Nothing. Drops it back outside. Storr in the lane. Good. AJ Storr with the turnaround jump shot in the lane. Off balanced. Wisconsin cuts the lead to 5. Renew has it out high, hands it off to Mbako, who drives on Storr. Step back three, and he hit it. Mackenzie Mbako buries his triple, and Indiana's back up 8. As that awakes the crowd here in Assembly Hall that's been fairly quiet thus far. Chucky Hepburn gets in the lane, reverse layup. Dude's a stud, gets around Gabe Cups and scores. That's definitely a mismatch that Wisconsin wants to exploit. Cups gets it on the right wing, looking for where, nothing there. Crowell has done a very nice job this half of denying the ball. Cups gets in the lane, 8-footer, and he hit it. Gabe Cups gets his basket, and he goes right back at Hepburn and gets another basket for Indiana. Lead is back to 8. Everybody's in the scoring column today for Indiana, I believe. Everybody contributing. Storr has it on the right side, puts it up from 3. He hit it. Good Lord. Where's the defense going? Everybody's scoring. Look at that, 45-50. Galloway's got it at the high. He's going to work it, goes around a pick by Renew, gets it over to Mbako. Mbako is on the left wing. Here comes a pick by Ware. He goes around, looking, nothing. Drives to the baseline. Crowell is there for the double team, and it's knocked out of bounds. Ball will stay with Indiana as we take our first media timeout here in the second half. Indiana still up by 5, 50-45. Good gosh. Great basketball being played offensively. I think it's better offense than more so than bad defense thus far in the second half. I love this AJ Storr. I love Max Klesmit. These guys are gamers, man, for sure. Chucky Hepburn. That's why I think Wisconsin's dangerous when you go to the tournament. Having the guard play and leadership that Chucky Hepburn provides is definitely important at the next level. When you watch the NCAA tournament and when you're going to fill out your brackets, by the way, It's in the Blood has its March Madness. We'll get that posted up here very soon so that everybody can get involved in that. Winner will receive an Amazon gift card courtesy of me. So just remember that as well. Please pick your brackets responsibly, and we will award a winner, whoever has the most score. I will post the link at some point in here. I'll probably put it on the community tab to get everybody ready to go, and we'll check on everybody and see. Basically, we'll talk about it on the next game that I'm in here for, which I'm not sure which one that'll be right now. Jason, thank you. It's something that I've definitely worked on. I will not pick my bracket responsibly. I will get wasted for it. Panther, hey, look, you're leading. Dude, it's exciting right now. Wisconsin is just outside of the top 25, but they've been up to like a 10th ranked team this year. Thank you for stopping by, Panther. It's a lot of fun, Jason, and thank you for the compliments. It's something that I really enjoy doing. Yeah, so coming out of this timeout, I think the objective is going to be to feed the post. Whether or not you get a shot, get the ball to the post, whether it be Ware or Renew, and try to draw fouls and try to just keep pushing the paint points right here. I think that's important. Coach has been very good on inbound plays. Let's see what he has drawn up. Gets it into Galloway. Galloway drives, gets inside, flips it up to Ware, and an alley-oop. That's a set play. Kel'el Ware gets the dunk. Indiana's back up 7. Very nice play designed to get the ball to Ware. Storr is going to work it on Mbako, gets it over to the wing. Nothing there. Off the pick, AJ Storr has got the switch to Renew. He gets inside, works his body, and goes up strong and gets the basket. Storr has looked like a champ out here in the second half as he's starting to find his rhythm. Galloway brings it up the left side. There's a pick by Ware. Goes to the rim, no good. Tipped out to Renew. Renew's got it. Baby hook, no good. And Blackwell clears the rebound. And here comes Wisconsin down 5. Off to the wing. Hepburn for 3. Got it. Chucky Hepburn brings the lead down to 2. And now let's see if this game is tightening up. Xavier Johnson will be coming in off the bench immediately. Galloway's got it high. There's the pick. Galloway drives the lane, flips it up and in. Trey Galloway answers the Hepburn 3 with a nice floating jump shot from 12. The lead is 4. Blackwell has that out high. He's looking. Gets it to Crowell. Crowell's working on Ware. Blackwell drives the lane, gets inside on Galloway, pushes off, goes up strong. Galloway stays straight. Good defense. I want you Hoosier fans to recognize Wisconsin on offense, how they move without the basketball. Galloway for three. Oh, it's no good. Not a very good jump shot there, in my opinion, but he was open. Hepburn working on Cups. He's going to get it over to Crowell, back to Hepburn. Nobody gets there, and he shoots it. No good. Indiana dodges a bullet right there as Cups cannot get through the pick. A lot of that strength I'm talking about is he's a small guy. Galloway drives, gets in the lane, and he's fouled by Blackwell. Trey Galloway goes to the ground hard. And talk about a kid that just leaves it out there on the court. I bet Wisconsin goes deeper in the tournament than Marquette. Interesting bet. I would agree with you, Steve. And they get the ball into Ware on the inbound, hands it off to Galloway. Galloway gets it back to Ware, and it's stripped away. Number 14 for Wisconsin. Sorry, I don't know the name. Drops it off to Blackwell, who drives inside. Nothing there. Ware is there to defend. Wisconsin will have to reset with 20 on the shot clock as Blackwell pulls it out high on the left wing. Picks up his dribble, works it over. Esigian lets it fly. No good. Esigian lets it fly from 24 foot off the dribble. Not a very good shot for Wisconsin right there. Xavier Johnson's back on the floor trying to restore some order for Indiana. Gets it to Renew on the post. Renew is just a couple feet outside. The double team is coming. Gets it to Johnson. Johnson drives, gets inside, nothing, and he traveled. And that hits the under 12 timeout. Indiana's clinging to a 4-point lead here. Kentucky's getting whipped. Oh, yeah, Mississippi State on the road. Heck yeah. I hate to say it, but I need Wisconsin to win this game, and I don't know why. I would love for you to explain yourself, sir. As a Duke fan, why do you care if Wisconsin wins? Wisconsin's a bigger threat to Duke than this Indiana team. Ware literally has one touch in the second half. Yep, that inbound play on the alley-oop. Make a little sense for me there. See? Panther, I already know you, bro. I know how you think. So good, man. We are in here for some conversation. Clearly, Panthers is going through something. Hey, listen, Panthers, he's still upset. He's very upset about the court storming incident, which caused one of his players an injury. And, he's not quite thought correctly since that point in time. He's just a little upset about underdogs. IU is not going to make the tournament. I feel like they're going to win 3 out of their last 4 games if they can get the win today, and they might win 1 game in the Big Ten tournament and play in the NIT. But if they get hot, they did officially say it was a bruise. That's good. I mean, better than the alternative, right? Definitely appreciate you guys hanging out with me today. As I can see, a lot of our Hoosier faithful have not, because the faith has gone this year. Injury is one thing I cringe over. I do not want to see. Wow. All right, here we go. Wisconsin's got the ball down 4. Johnson's on Klesmit. Klesmit gets it over to Blackwell. Blackwell gets it down to Wall inside. They drop it off to Blackwell. He goes to lay it up and in. No good. It doesn't go in. Klesmit gets the rebound or gets the 3-ball. No good. Galloway clears the board. Wisconsin gets a second chance there and cannot bring it to home, and the lead is still 4. Johnson brings the ball across the timeline. Let's see if he's got some leadership skills out here, and almost travels and gets it to Renew. Renew's working on Wall downside. He brings the ball down, and Connor Esigian comes and steals it. I do not know why he continually does the same thing. These teams are teeing off on it. They figured out that's 2 turnovers in a row for IU. Blackwell drives on Mbako, gets inside the lane, puts it up and in. Got around Mbako. Nobody came to help, and the lead is down to 2. Xavier Johnson's going to bring it across the timeline. He is looking. Indiana has not only 1 sub in the half. And oh my God, Johnson flips up the alley-oop to Renew, and he throws it off the backboard. No good. Here comes Wisconsin back the other way. Blackwell's looking to drive. And he gets the roll, hits Mbako in the face, and he's talking smack over there. Oh my gosh, here we go. And Indiana is tied with Wisconsin with 10:17 to go. Galloway drives, gets to the lane, puts it up off the rim. No good. Rebound to Renew. He brings it down low, and he gets it taken away, but he's going to be bailed out with a foul call as Connor Esigian strips him. Fundamental. As a coach, if you saw your big man bring the ball down to his knees where a guard could steal it, wouldn't you kick his butt? Something happened on the court. I'm going to turn. And everybody's exiting Assembly Hall. Maybe it's the weather. I hear alarms. And everybody's exiting the court. What is going to happen here? All right, let me get some. Of course, we'll hang out and see what happens here. So I don't see anything as far as the weather. Why are they evacuating the arena? So I don't see anything. I'm looking at the radar right now. I don't see anything in the area. I see a wind advisory. Let me look. I'm going to run the radar up to get to where we're at 8:25. There is nothing in the area as far as a tornado, so that I think that's out. Let's see. Other options I do not like. Me either, sir. Not really sure. Yeah, they're not in the area, Fundamental. I do not see them on the radar just yet. Yeah, Fundamental's right there, so he knows. I'm sure it said that there's some wind. I'm gonna go with that. I could hear the alarm going off. It sounded like a fire alarm. Probably some asshat pulled an alarm. That's going to be my guess because it's peaceful. It's not necessarily harmless, but it's better than an alarm being pulled for another reason. Somebody pulled the fire alarm. Thunderstorm's not there yet, Sam. Oh, you don't know. Yeah, I'm going with the only way they would really evacuate the building if it was a fire alarm. I'm going with that. Yeah, there's no weather there yet. So there's an alarm that went off. So I'm assuming somebody pulled one. Yeah, so here's the thing. Yeah, there you go, Jim. Good point. People are not running out of the building. So they've been told to evacuate, but they're doing it in a very timely manner. They're investigating something. Uh, so we don't, like I said, speculating is fun, I guess. Why did Jalen Hood Shafino go to the NBA? He should be on this team right now. Daniel, uh, uh, that is a great question, but uh, he had a phenomenal second half of the season. The expectation was is that he would not be a one and done. He would be there for 2 years. Um, talk about another setback for this team this year because he was turning into that guy. Can you imagine how decent this team could have been if they would have had somebody like him running the point or running the two guard while Xavier Johnson was hurt? This team would look different. There's a lot of things that happened this season that really cost this team the chance to be really good. Don Fisher was literally being asked yesterday, has he ever been evacuated from Assembly Hall for a tornado warning or anything? And he said never. Interesting. Don Fisher, voice of IU. It's probably fair. It's probably for safety reasons to make sure there's no fire before starting back up. Absolutely. That's a fire alarm. I deal with this in my building. If that alarm is pulled, you treat it though it's live. You want people to be orderly and get out of the building. Definitely wild. Well, we would know if police or something were trying to handle something because they would be rushed out. Yes. Is Jalen even playing with the Lakers? I haven't been watching a lot of NBA, Jim. Good to see you. Not sure. Uh, I'm not sure which county Bloomington's in. It's next to Brown County, I think. I'm not positive. And that's amazing that I can't remember. Don't miss Monroe. That's it. Don't miss tornadoes. Trying to listen to the local scanner. So let's talk about while they're speculating what's going on here. What do you think you've got left now? So you're you're going back to your locker room. You've got an opportunity to revamp your game plan. Uh, as it stands right now, I think we have about 10 minutes to go. The game is tied. What do you say in the locker room as coach here? You get everybody, you get everybody rested. You get everybody a little bit of treatment if they need it. And now you start talking about a game plan. So now you get an opportunity to refocus your energy, right? So this team here does good in short spurts. So they're going to get some rest. They're going to come back onto the court. No real foul trouble to speak of for Indiana. Well, I'm not sure about Wisconsin because I haven't been paying that much attention. But you're going to be able to start working your game plan again. And you can go over it while you're sitting there to get the focus back up. And that means you're going to get Ware the ball. He's been your scorer today. The second half has not been his half. However, your Mbako and Renew have been pretty good. So you've got all kinds of options here, but now you need to focus to where your bread and butter is, and your number one consistent scorer is going to be kel'el Ware. Guarding Blackwell has been an issue. Mbako has been a step slow. I would love to see Indiana go defense over offense right now. Listen, hear me out. I leave Johnson on the floor for most of it, and I think I run Walker on Blackwell. He's been about the only person to stay with him athletically as he's gotten around Mbako quite a bit. That would be my choice. I don't see anybody else that really matches up well with him other than Walker or Mbako, and Mbako's been a step slow on him. So defense has been excellent, Jason. This has been it's been a better Indiana team today for sure. Let's see if I can hear anything. They're talking. See, this is new. So this isn't something that you plan for. You don't game plan for a second halftime. You've been outplayed the first half of the second half. Coach has got an opportunity here to be a coach. You're going to get these guys fired up and get them ready to rock. You got 10 minutes on the floor. You got a chance to get you I assume a quad one win, right? Yeah, fundamental. I'm telling you, dude, it's not weather related. It's got to be a pulled fire alarm. Wow, I got to see this. Oh, they went to a commercial. Assembly Hall has been emptied. Bomb threat's a good opportunity there. Somebody may have that would be a reason for evacuation, but I don't know if it would be in that orderly. Definitely hang out with y'all for a little while today. We'll see what happens as this is going to push our game a little bit late. And maybe someone stopped up a toilet. I think it's got it. Yeah, all I know is that this is going to be good for Indiana because Wisconsin was getting into rhythm. I really hope that like I said, I really hope that it was just something dumb. Could be something mechanical with the building. Maybe a water leak, or I don't know. Remember, what was it last year when we had the piece of the rafter that came falling down? That was nuts. Yeah, fundamental. That's right. That's what we talk about there. Let's see. Settings. Oh, looks okay. Everybody's coming back into the building. The alarm has silenced. Wisconsin is already on the floor. Malfunctioning fire alarm. Yeah. So what they're asking on Peacock here is that does this take away your home court advantage? Because the people have been evacuated. Will they go home or will they come back in? I think the crowd has been kind of quiet as of today. Yeah, they haven't shown any kind of a warm up clock or anything like that. Yeah, I was just elaborate on what they were saying because, will the fans, because this team has not shown a lot of resilience this year, and everybody feels like they have quit in the second half of games. I think they wear out, but we'll see what happens. Basically, a new game. Daniel says Badgers advantage. All the senior citizen fans went home to bed. Caleb Banks sighting. He is alive. Yeah, coach didn't kill him. Caleb Banks definitely lost his playing time this year. I see a lot of reasons why. Yeah, 10-minute game, 0-0. So this is why I hate national broadcasts because they don't have nothing to really talk about. So they're just speculating on something that they have no idea because they've never been in this situation. Yeah, the warm up is almost over. So whatever happens, if Indiana wins, then the delay messed up Wisconsin. If Wisconsin wins, the delay screwed Indiana. That's what everybody will be saying. But inevitably, this was an opportunity to fix your game plan on how it's been going in the first half of the second half. Everybody will be freshened up and ready to go. I'm watching Wisconsin shoot three balls, and very few of them are going in. So I'm going to play coach for the next couple minutes here, and I definitely run my first play. Uh, Something with Galloway and Ware because they seem to have that two-man game down. It's high percentage. The foul was on a siege, and as we left, and I believe that we're going to work an inbound play here, and I believe we're going to see something with Galloway getting the ball and working it to Ware or a Mbako three ball. I mean, they've ran that play successfully against everybody. If that play is not there, I look for it to be an Mbako three. But it's got to start with dribble penetration. That's what showing some highlights here of what they did well early, and that was contest, get rebounds, and pick up the pace. So we should be about ready to go back to action if I'm correct on my timing here. Pretty good job by the staff to get this thing back a going. Indiana has got 5 3-pointers today. That is their season average. And that is where they need about 2 more, I think. But you watch, they're showing this. This Chucky Hepburn knows how to lead a team. And I love Blackwell. Indiana goes to Maryland next. That will be a different game than what we saw early in the season. And here we go. We're getting ready to go back to action. All right, everybody's back on the floor. We're getting ready to go back to action. 10:06 to go. Indiana could really use a basket to set the tone here. They've got a 4-man set. Actually, it looks like 3. Galloway's looking to get the inbound. He gets it. He drives it, gets it over to Johnson. Johnson, they did not get a play to Ware there. They're going to reset. 13 on the shot clock. Galloway drives, flips it over to Johnson for 3. Johnson goes to the lane. And he's going to be fouled by Chucky Hepburn. Xavier Johnson will go to the free throw line. I think he traveled there on the outskirts. The referee did not see it. Free throws down the stretch are going to be absolutely huge today. So far today, Indiana is 5 for 7 from the free throw line. Xavier Johnson's first free throw attempt is short off the front rim. No good. And Baco is going to take a seat as Anthony Leal comes in for just a couple minutes here to give him a rest. I don't know why. He just rested for 20 minutes. Second free throw is no good as well. Xavier Johnson just bricked 2 free throws. Here comes Chucky Hepburn. He's got it on the right wing. He's got it to Crowell. Crowell's got it out high, looking over to Hepburn on the left wing. Hepburn looks. He's going to feed it to Wall on the post. Wall is working on Renew. Johnson threatening to come on double team. Wall works him, backs him down. And he gets the reverse layup. Should have been a 3-second call as he was in the lane forever. And Wisconsin has the lead, 56-54. Galloway's got it out high. He's working. He gets into the lane, back to Ware gets a touch. Nothing doing there. Ware back to Johnson. Johnson shoots the 3 ball. No good. Renew with the offensive glass, and he lays it in. Johnson with the miss, Renew with the glass, and he gets the layup, and we are tied with 9 minutes to go. Hepburn brings it up across. Johnson stays with him. Gets it over to Crowell. Down to Wall on the post. Wall's working on Renew. And I'm not sure what Renew did there. I don't know what Renew did there. They're showing the play previous. He was So Woodson must be feeling some pressure right out here as he takes a timeout in this instance. I'm not really sure why. John Jansen. Welcome, sir. Good to see you, my friend. Thank you for being here. John and Steve in the house. Mostly says no. I'm really not sure what's going on with that Renew and Wall matchup down there. It wasn't really clear what the foul was, and I think that timeout is very strange because you just come back from this break. Uh, I think this is when he normally calls a timeout. I think he's using his timeouts the way he normally does because he uses it around the 8-minute mark for a break, and there is 8:46 left. Yeah. Uh, the fire alarm went off in the building. They don't know exactly why. I don't think it was they didn't say it was a pulled alarm. They just said the fire alarm went off. So I run a building myself. That's what I do for a living. So when the fire alarm goes off, it sends a code to whoever's operating it, and somebody has to go investigate it. But for safety purposes, you have to evacuate. Malik needed a diaper change. Well, he didn't cry about the foul, so evidently it was solid. That will be his third foul of the game, as he is the only Hoosier with more than one. Heck, only two Hoosiers have fouls in the game. Yes, sir. Fire alarm in the building went off, so they evacuated. And it looks like a majority of the crowd came back. This side looks pretty full. The upper deck looks empty. All right, they try to get the inbound. Hepburn gets it out to Klesmet, who's been quiet here in the second half. Galloway's done a nice job on him. He's going to drive. Gets it back out to Corral over to Hepburn. Hepburn step back three. And he hit it. Chucky Hepburn buries a triple, and Wisconsin's got their biggest lead of the game at 59-56. Chucky Hepburn looking like a stud, leading his team right now. Renew drives on Wall, puts it up and in. Malik Renew goes up on Tyler Wall and just uses his strength to get the basket. Indiana's down by one. Johnson's out there on Hepburn. Good matchup for Indiana. There's the switch. Hepburn's got he's got wear on him. He's looking to drive him. Galloway's got Crowell. And Wisconsin used the play up change there. They get Galloway on Crowell, and Crowell gets the easy basket, lead by 3. Galloway gets it over to Johnson in the corner. Johnson's on Hepburn. There's the pick by Galloway. He drives. He gets into the lane, and he's stripped by Chucky Hepburn from behind. Galloway struggling. Here comes Mbako. Hepburn drives, and Wisconsin looks fresh, and Crowell thinks about the three. Doesn't take it. Gets it off to Klesmet, who's going to work it. Gets it over to Blackwell, who's looking, and Hepburn resets with 10 on the shot clock. Blackwell has it, gets it down to Wall. Wall is against Renew. Wall and Renew. Wall backs him in. Turn around. No good. And it's going to go out of bounds to Indiana. You've got to get kel'el Ware the ball here. And Xavier Johnson is trying a little too hard now, and you can see the difference. When he was playing relaxed, he was doing a good job, but now he's trying to force it a little bit, and he's not playing the same basketball. Got to get Ware the ball. Yeah, it didn't take long, did it? He played well for a stretch in the first half. He comes in the second half and is not playing the same basketball that he did. So after the break here, Indiana is down 3. And I don't think this is a team that we can afford to get down much more than this. It is the under 8 timeout, Sam. You've got to find a way to get him the ball. And you can do it in a plethora of ways, but you're posting Renew and you're running Ware out to the top of the key. So if he gets the ball out there, these earbuds are not for me. Yeah, this is really, a big time. These next 2 minutes are really going to determine how the rest of this game. Jason, it's hard to say. I can see a lot of guards being reckless at times. They've played very well today as a whole. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Feed Ware the ball. Just keep feeding the post. Eventually, they're going to double team down, and you're going to get an open 3 in rhythm, and that is going to provide you the opportunity to score. Hepburn has been a game wrecker today. He's the difference. All right, it's that time here. You've got to feed your stars. You've got to feed your stud. You got to feed the post. Indiana's going to win the game in the post or passing out of the post. They are not going to win perimeter play. Here comes Galloway across the timeline with the ball. Leal is in there on the court. Mbako is back. Galloway's out high. Here comes the pick against Klesmit. There's the alley-oop. Oh, and it rims out. Indiana goes back to the well with the alley-oop play between Galloway and Ware, and it just rims out. Ware will get 2 free throw attempts there. All right, free throws are going to be important, and the first one goes. Them 2 that Xavier Johnson missed earlier is going to probably play instrumental in the finish of this game. Second free throw is up, and it is also good. Ware looks pure from the free throw line. Lead is down to 1. Galloway's going to be on Chucky Hepburn from here on out, I think. They're going to try to beat him with toughness. There's the pick. There's the switch. But Galloway fights through it. He's going to stay on Hepburn. Hepburn's going to drive him, works him down to the post, feeds it out to Crowell. Nothing there. Good job by Galloway on Hepburn. Hepburn drives again. Leal comes over and helps him. They get it into Wall. Missed the Renew gets the rebound. Wall misses the shot. Indiana's down a point and got the basketball with 6:20 to go. Galloway crosses the timeline. And Mbako is there at the top of the key to set the high pick. It's a double pick. Galloway drives. It's cut off. And Galloway makes a very careless pass, and Wall gets the steal. Here comes Wisconsin. Hepburn drives on Leal. Leal is out there on him. He pushes. He works, spins. And Hepburn gets the layup. 3-point lead as no help defense came on that possession. 63-60. Galloway's got it out high right now. Whoop. Galloway throws across court to Mbako. Pulls up for 3. Hit it. Mackenzie Mbako ties the game at 63. Here comes Chucky across the timeline. We've got to find an answer for their point guard. My answer is keep the ball out of his hands. Deny him the basketball. Hand off to Hepburn. Looking, feeds it to Crowell on the post, who's out at about 18 foot with Ware on his back. Gets it to Klesmit. Klesmit looks, drops it back down to Crowell. They're going to reset with Hepburn with 5. Hepburn drives on Ware. Step back 3. Airballs it. They're going to check that. I think that's a shot clock violation. So that the shot was an air ball. Crowell came down with the rebound, and he scored it, but I don't know if he got it off in time. That pass was ridiculous by Galloway. I think that's good. I think I saw 1/10 on the reflection. Oh, they're waving the basket off. Here's the best view we're going to get. Oh, good call. That is as close as it gets, but I think that's a good call. Hey, I don't know. Whatever it takes, I'll take it. Galloway's going to, or Leal, I'm sorry, is driving on Klesmit, gets it to Renew. Renew, Hepburn comes in and tries and hawks the ball from him. Quit bringing the ball down. It's a jump ball. If Malik Renew brings that ball down below his knees one more time, all right, here comes Chucky. He's going to drive on Galloway, gets to the rim, but Galloway recovers, gets the ball over to Storr. Storr's going to drive on Mbako. Mbako, good block. And then Renew fouls him like a champ. And that will be his 4th foul. Stop looking at the bench, Malik. Crowell's got the ball. He gets it over. Hands it off the wall. Storr takes the deep 3. No good. Nobody went to get the rebound, and Hepburn gets it. He's going to drive on Galloway. Flips it back out. Klesmit fires it for 3. Short off the front rim. No good. Ware finally controls. And Indiana's got an opportunity to get the lead. As Galloway brings it across the timeline, coach needs to get the flip off the court. Galloway goes around the pick. He's going to get inside. Drops it off to Walker. Puts it up and in. Anthony Walker makes a clutch basket and a great feed. And Indiana's up by 2. 3:50 to go. Next dead ball will be a timeout. Klesmit's going to drive on Leal. Cut off. And he gets it back out to Storr. 13 on the shot clock. Wall is going to reset it against Walker. Gets it to Storr. Drives. Walker is on Storr now. Step back shot. And it's good. A.J. Storr looks clutch as he buries the jump shot and ties the game with 3:26 to go. Anthony Walker got the last basket. Staying active. Galloway comes off the high pick from Mbako. He drives. Flips it up to Ware. And 1! Kel'el Ware gets the shot off. He's fouled. Makes the basket, and Indiana has a 2-point lead with 3:13 to go. Let's go! And on that play, I finally saw some emotion on the face of Kel'el Ware as he gives a little bit of a head shake there as he is trying to show his dominance in this basketball game. No, who said Banks over Walker? Oh, you're being sarcastic. Yeah, I know, dude. Walker is a better player. Walker is a 5th-year senior. He's experienced. He makes fewer mistakes. He plays better defense and is more athletic. That's the play every single time down the court. Until they stop it, you keep running it. And Indiana should have been utilizing this play more often. They should have taught other guys to run the play other than Galloway. Thank goodness we've had something exciting, well worthwhile to hang out for today, as it's been one of those days where it's hard to come in here some nights knowing the product that's been on the floor. This win would do this team a world of good. Just give them a little bit of confidence that they have been lacking. Yeah, you're seeing a little bit of growth today. You're seeing growth by your coach, right? Coach is finally being a little bit more, he's utilizing his bench a little bit more, which we've needed. These guys get tired, man. You can't just play that hard for 40 minutes. Coach has done better today, utilizing Walker, giving Sparks some minutes in the first half. Excuse me. So here we go. Ware is going to get the free throw to give us a chance for a 3-point lead. No CJ Gunn today, and that's because Xavier Johnson was back. I think he still deserved a few minutes today. The way he's been playing, I don't think it's good for his mentality to not get in there. Ware sinks the free throw like a champ, and his team is starting to look a little bit better as we got to play some defenses. With A.J. Storr and Chucky Hepburn on the floor, Wisconsin's got some very dynamic guards right now. They're going to go with the drive ability over the shot. As Klesman's out there too, a 3-guard lineup. Storr, step back three, and A.J. Storr buries a step back three. Looked, I'm not sure what happened there, but Mbako was in pretty good position. That's just a better offense than defense. Good defense, better offense. Galloway drives, gets it back to Mbako. He lets go a three. No good. Mbako got a great look. Here comes Chucky Hepburn, gives the ball to Wall. Wall gets it across the timeline. Klesman has it out high. 2:25 to go. Indiana desperately needs a stop to stay, to give them a chance to win this game right now. I think not getting behind is huge. Hepburn's going to drive. He's going to try to get around. Galloway sticks with him, gets it into Wall. Wall puts it up and got it to go down. Wall just used his body in such a way, got it over the outstretched arm of Walker, and Wisconsin leads by 2. 70-68. Galloway goes around the high pick. He drives. He gets in the lane, flips it up, and good. Trey Galloway immediately ties it back with the little 12-foot floater, and Indiana's matching them blow for blow as we come down the stretch here. Both teams have played admirable basketball today, but let's see who's going to get the win. 1:35 to go. Tyler Wall calls timeout, and Greg Gard wants to talk it over. So you're looking at, limited possessions left. Defense is going to be important. I think that's why Walker's on the floor right now. Xavier Johnson got a little bit sloppy. I think that's why he's on the bench. A couple turnovers there right in a row that he caused. Notice who coach has on the floor. Yeah, it's time to bring back Renew. I think I would wait until, well, you don't know if you're going to get if the clock's going to stop, but you got a timeout. So I would wait until after this defensive possession. So Mbako is going to be set down here with 1:33 to go. Walker, Renew, and now they've got Renew on store. Hepburn's got it out high. He's working on Galloway. Over Wall. Yes! Wall misses the jumper there. Ware gets in his hand, in his face, and Indiana's got a chance to take the lead. They're going to use the timeout. Lost my train of thought there as I was watching intently. Walker got out of position, and Wisconsin utilized the pass and got a good shot at the rim, but Ware affected it right there at the end. Hepburn drives, gets it to Wall, fakes the jump shot. Walker leaves his feet back to Hepburn. Then they get it back into Wall. And then Ware comes over from the help side and affects the shot just enough to where it goes long, and Renew clears the glass by blocking out Crowell. I don't like either of these teams, but it's got me hype. Talking about Ware going to the NBA. I'd love to see him one more year. So I like the two-man game here. I like the same play call, but I like dumping Leal into the right corner where he hit that shot earlier in the year. It was the same play, but instead of going to Ware, they go to Leal in the corner for three. It's going to Leal in the corner. You knew you saw Math Rain? Chucky Hepburn's hair makes him a little bit taller than Galloway. Okay, let's see how the play goes out. Galloway goes and gets the ball. Leal's going down to the corner. Here comes the high pick. Gets it to Mbako, back to Galloway, down to Renew. Renew working on Wall, puts it up, and gets the basket. Malik Renew comes through clutch with 55 seconds to go. Here comes Wisconsin. Indiana has a 2-point lead. And Renew picks up a cheap foul. And he is getting an earful. He makes a clutch play on offense and then just does something stupid on defense. He just reached out and grabbed him. What the? Alcoa can't wait. And Walker goes on out onto the floor. There goes Klesmet working on Leal. They get it back out to Store. And Baco's got a man up. Store pulls up for three. No good. And it goes out of bounds. A good job by Galloway to block Wall out from getting the rebound. And Indiana's going to have the ball with 35 seconds to go. A basket here would all but just about seal it. So I think they're going to go to the monitor here. So Wisconsin coming out of this timeout, they do have 16 fouls. Indiana has fouls to give. That is a good thing, as Malik Renew is the only person to foul in this half, I think. So, love Mike yelling at Malik. Bobby would be proud. Bobby would have been in his face. He would still be in his face at this point. His assistant coaches would be calling plays in the huddle, and Knight would still be reaming his butt. So with the 2-point lead, Galloway is going to be your primary ball handler, and they have brought Cups in for this reason. I think they're going to try to keep the ball out of Galloway's hands because he is a 55% free throw shooter. So you got Leo, Galloway, and Cups in the backcourt here. So Galloway's trying to beat the press, gets it to Leo, gets it to Mbako, who goes to the rim, and he doesn't get the shooting motion, but Leo breaks the press, gets the ball to Mbako, and our best free throw shooter will be at the line for 1-and-1. That will be the fourth foul on Tyler Wall. I would just assume see him out of the game too. Mackenzie Mbako is going to go to the free throw line. He's got 2 free throws here. I just can't bear to watch. He better hit them both. Absolutely. First free throw. He's got the ball. They call the foul on Blackwell. It should have been on Wall. First free throw's up. It's good. So Indiana extends to a 3-point lead that definitely changes the dynamic of the game. I think Walker comes back in for defensive purposes here as Mbako goes to the free throw line for the second. It's good. So Wisconsin's going to try to score fast here. Indiana's just going to use fouls if they want to, and Walker will do so. He'll foul Wall in the front court with 21.8 seconds to go in the game. Do listen to me. Do not let them shoot the 3 ball here. Wall drives, gets inside, puts it up. It's contested. Leo clears the glass. Oh my gosh. Okay, Wisconsin's going to get the ball back here. So Leo apparently called timeout. The fans are screaming BS. I thought he was still trying to call a timeout. Why didn't they give him the ball? Hepburn 3. And the officials are not going to turn this around. AJ Storr is going to be called for a foul, and Indiana's going to the free throw line. Coach Woodson was trying to call a timeout to get them to replay it. They're going to get Storr with I think that foul on the offensive rebound was jank. Let's see. Mbako misses the free throw. Oh my gosh. Wisconsin's got a chance. Klesmit, 3 ball. Hepburn, step back 3. And we get a dub today, you all. Indiana finally gets the win against Wisconsin at home. Yeah, there was a makeup call in there. Thank you, Steve. I know that one stings for Wisconsin in a bad way, as they had got up to like a 5 seed, but you can never tell in this Big Ten. Jason, appreciate every one of you guys. I want to just kind of point out a couple of things that we noticed here in the stat line today. Malik Renew commits stupid fouls at the end of the game, but he still ended up with 14 and 8, 2 turnovers, 2 assists. He still played a major part in the second half when we could not get where the ball. Mackenzie Mbako, 4 for 10 today, 2 for 5 from the three-point line, and it missed. The only free throw he missed was right there at the end with 14 points as well. Gabe Cupps did get a basket today off in the start, 2 rebounds, 1 steal, no turnovers for Gabe Cupps. Kudos there, young man. Good job. Trey Galloway, 3 for 10 from the floor today. I didn't realize he missed that many shots, but Trey Galloway has 6 points and 12 assists. 12 assists. Good job there. Indiana's bench. Coach goes offense to defense, utilizing Walker and Leal today, and both of those guys played instrumental parts in this win. He goes 9 deep. Sparks gets a few minutes in the first half. Xavier Johnson committed 5 turnovers today, but he did bring some leadership to the floor, although he struggled. I don't think they stormed the court, Jim. I think it was just the cheerleading staff. But I want to hear kel'el if you're watching this with me, listen to kel'el talk. They have been working on him. Yeah, it's been a good day, you guys. It's been hard being in here the last couple of weeks. I want to thank you all for hanging out with me today and enjoying the game with me. I feel badly for you Badger fans, Steve and Mosley. I know you guys, and I know we had Kathy in here earlier. You guys are absolutely. I feel bad for you for sure. Is my volume gone? Okay. Just so you guys know, let me look at the schedule, figure out when we're going to be back in here. Indiana won the rebounding game today. They had 17 assists to 12 turnovers. The turnovers need to be a little bit lower. Wisconsin only had 3 turnovers the whole game. Kudos to their good job defensively for Indiana today. Let me flip to the schedule here. Let's see. They play Maryland on Sunday, which, dang it, that's 2 p.m. I'm at work. No game against that. Let's go 3-6. Wednesday night. I will be here Wednesday night at 9 p.m. next week for Indiana at Minnesota. Then we will finish the season on the 10th, which I will be at work. Oh, maybe not. We might be in here for the 10th. So I might get the last 2 games in. Definitely will get the Minnesota game. They play at Maryland this Saturday or Sunday, and that's a 2 p.m. game. And albeit this is a great opportunity for Indiana to get the win. If they would have held home court, this game here probably would have pushed them into the NCAA tournament. So all their other stuff that they haven't done well, today they finally get over the hump. They got 3 more games to prove something. It's probably not proving it to the committee. Maybe trying to get to a 7 or an 8 seed in the Big Ten for the tournament to have 1 less game to play. They don't want to be in the first 4. Steve, I will definitely talk to you later. Thank you for sharing your site with me. I appreciate it. We've got a lot of work left to do before the season's over. Let's see how people react. I thought Coach did a better job today. I think Coach did a pretty good job in having these guys, keeping them up, ready to play. And I loved watching him get in Malik's butt there at the end. Can't complain about coaching today. The only thing I can say is that hold on a second. Dang, where did all these notifications come from? Let's clear. Uh, where just mentioned carrying the momentum into the Big Ten tournament. That they know that that's their big opportunity. Yeah, that's kind of where it's at. So what they're trying to do is they're trying to play good fundamental basketball the last 4 weeks or the last 4 games. Uh, they hopefully they want to win all those games. This game gets them to 15-13. They need a couple more wins to guarantee a winning record and an NIT bid. Um, as hard as I can be on coach sometimes, um, not forcing it to where, yeah. So and I think what you got to remember fundamental is that when you got into that situation in the second half today, that Wisconsin decided that they were going to do everything they could in the second half to take Ware out of the game. And credit to them and their defense. Credit to Steven Crowell because Crowell is the one that forced him out of his comfort zone. Did a good job of keeping him away from the basket. So, you got to give Wisconsin's defense a bit of credit for that because I'm sure that was the game plan. Sure, it's got to be a quad one win. They are top 25, I believe, in the net. I'm pretty sure that's. Oops. I'm pretty sure that's a. I'm pretty sure that's a quad one. I'm sorry, JB. I may not have seen that. If you read my first few chats, I told you IU was going to turn this around and win the Big Ten tournament. I I hope so. That would give me some clarity on how I feel about next year going forward. I think the last couple games has really showed that Khalil Ware and Mackenzie Mbako are probably going to turn pro. If either one of those guys were to hang out another year, I think they both could use one more year in college. Coach is probably going to try to convince them of that. Uh, another year under the belt, and with Gabe Cupps getting another year, let's go get a couple more guards out there, whether it be in the transfer portal. If I was Indiana right now this year, I would be looking in the portal for a seasoned point guard uh, that does the. I would just find somebody. I don't care if it's a mid major or somebody that doesn't turn the ball over that can lead a team. The dream is still alive. Newfound hope for me, bro. I'm always optimistic, even when I shouldn't be. But yeah, you know what? This gave me a little bit of faith that we still have opportunity left. Uh, I cannot wait to see who guards Jameer Young. I bet Xavier Johnson is the star at Maryland if we beat them, and it's going to be for his defensive prowess. I bet Galloway scores the rock a little bit from the other slot, and I believe Ware and Renew wear out that boy in the middle that they got that I like so well. But yeah, absolutely great time tonight, guys. You guys are completely awesome. I enjoy hanging out every time I can with you all. Every single one of you make me smile. I love it. I will see you guys next week at Minnesota, 9 o'clock on Wednesday.